Hey, welcome to Classic Performance. We got something very interesting for you today. I was just looking on Craigslist here in the office and found this 2000 Corvette for sale, not running, but was running when parked for $6,000. So I've been trying to call, and we're going to try to call one more time. See if we can get a hold of Sarah on this Corvette here. Phone is ringing, and it keeps going to voicemail. So keep your fingers crossed here.
Hello?
Hey, is this Sarah?
Yes.
Hey, I'm calling about your Corvette that you got for sale on Craigslist.
Yeah, I just listed it this morning. What can I tell you about it?
Oh, I just it says it might run, or what's wrong with it?
Well,
or why does it need to be towed?
I had to park it a while back when I started having some health issues because it was just too hard for me to get in and out of. It was running fine when I parked it, but I'm sure the battery's dead by now. Oh, and my husband said to tell anyone who's interested that we want it towed. We don't want it worked on in our garage.
Oh yeah, okay, that's no problem. How long ago did you park it?
Oh, let's see. I had my surgery 3 years ago. It was a while before that, 4 or 5 years maybe. I bought it new, and at the time I couldn't bear to part with it. But now I realize I'm not going to be driving it anymore. You know, grandkids came along and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
But we've always kept it in the garage, and it doesn't have that many miles on it. Maybe 80,000. I could be wrong, but something like that.
Okay.
And it's never been in an accident, and I have the title right here.
Beautiful. Tell you what, I'd like to come look at it. When could I come look at it? The sooner the better, actually, for me.
I'm working from home today, so if you want to come by this afternoon, that would be great. I'm getting a lot of calls on it, and I'd like to take the listing down if somebody wants it.
Okay, well, let me do this. I'm on my office phone. Let me call you back on my cell phone in just a minute, and then that way you'll have my number. If I could get you to text me your address, will that work?
Yep, I can do that.
Okay, let me call you back in just a second.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
Bye.
There you have it. Let me get the address and see if we can go take a look at this. Looks like a rather dusty C5 Corvette. All right, one quick stop before we hit the road. We are here at the bank, and if you're going to buy a car, you want to take cash with you in $100 bills, not just a $500 deposit, but you want to take $100 bills for the full amount. So you want that car, you pay for it in full, you buy it, you get a signed title, and it's yours. So in just a minute we should have our funds, and we'll be hitting the road. And I did talk to that lady when I got her address, and I told her I was making a video, and she said that she did not want the outside of her house filmed or herself, which is perfectly understandable, and we'll respect that. So when we get there, we'll just kind of see what we can do, and hopefully get some shots of the car when we see it in the garage.
So I put it in here for you.
All right, 2 envelopes will be fine.
You have a good day.
You too. Thank you so much.
You have a great Thanksgiving.
All right, you do the same. Thank you. We have got our cash here in 2 envelopes, and we are ready to go. Well, we are here, and here is the Corvette C5. It has obviously been sitting for quite a while, and let's take a look at it. So, kind of nestled in all the garbage and junk around it, which would not be hard to move. But this car obviously has been sitting for a little while, but it looks to be in pretty good shape. A little bit of rust on the rotors, and you can just see the spider webs and everything that is on this car. It has been sitting, as she said, 4 or 5 years. So this rotor doesn't look too bad. Probably a little low on air in the tire. And we've already looked around it for a second, and there's a great surprise inside that you won't believe. This car, and obviously the battery is long gone and dead, so there's no interior lights, but absolutely beautiful interior. It even smells good in here, and This car is a 6-speed, and not only is it a 6-speed, it's got the climate control and sport seats, just in really good shape. Oh, heads-up display over here too. It's got heads-up display, and I didn't look at the tag down here, but it might be this might be a Z51 package car too. So anyway, what a fantastic surprise to have the sports seats, the climate control, heads-up display, 6-speed. I mean, that is a winner right there. So we are definitely going to try to make a deal on this C5 here and get it out of here as quick as we can. But yeah, just look at the filth that's on there. This thing has not been loved. And you can just see all the dirt on here, but under the hood looks pretty darn good. Certainly all complete. No modifications, completely stock. The gas struts are gone, so that'll prop or something to replace them. But overall, I mean, the paint from what I can see looks presentable. So I hit the button on the camera with my finger and it turned off. So anyway, we're going to try to make a deal on this and see what we can do. And I'll go knock back on the door, and I'll be right back with you, and keep your fingers crossed. Well, the good news is we purchased the C5 Corvette, came to an agreement that worked for everybody. Got the title in hand right here, a clear title. And then if you didn't notice, it's got the polished, not the chrome, but the polished wheels on it too. It's got the aluminum polished wheels. So we'll take a look at the option card in the dash, or the RPO sticker when we get it back, and just see what options it has on it. So anyway, I've got a buddy with a rollback. He is on his way right now. We moved a little bit of the junk out of the way, so he should be able to snatch that car out of it, get it in the driveway here. We got to make a couple of stops. Probably going to go to Walmart to get a battery. We'll do that on the way home, and when we get there, we'll see what we got. Car should be in the driveway. If not, it'll be arriving shortly after we get there. So let's go to Walmart. All right, we're right here at Walmart on the battery aisle. We've got our 78N, which is what's called for the C5 Corvette. A little bit of Techron right here, fuel system cleaner. We'll add that to some fresh non-ethanol fuel before we start the car, to give it every opportunity we can. And of course, down the road, we will change the engine oil with our 530 Mobile 1, which is the spec that the car calls for. So that's our box of goodies we'll need here at Walmart, and then we're off to the QT to get some fresh fuel to put into the C5 Corvette. So we'll be right back again. All right, we're here at the QT. We got our Techron put into the 5-gallon jug. We're going to select our non-ethanol and pour that in there. Get our 5 gallons of Chevron Techron and non-ethanol mixed up and put that in the C5, and we will have one more step complete. $18.71 for 5 gallons of fuel. Thank you, Uncle Joe. All right, we've got our fuel, our non-ethanol fuel with Chevron Techron added to it and mixed in. I've always had good luck with Chevron Techron. Our Walmart EverStart Max battery. I've had great luck with Walmart batteries as well. So anyway, we're going to try to give the car every opportunity it can to start on the first try. I never like to start a car on a dead battery or try to jump it off or charge an old battery that you don't know the history of. So fresh battery going in, we'll put it on the charger, top it off just a little bit before we try to start it. And we will be at the house in probably about 20 minutes. And I just got a call leaving the QT that the car has been dropped in the driveway. So when we get there, it will be there, and you will see it for the first time as well as I will. So anyway, it's exciting. We'll be there next. All right, well, it's here. The garage barn find Corvette is in the driveway. It actually looks really good, you know, other than just being dirty. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit this with a hose and just get some of this off of there. Like I said, you can see the paint under here. I don't want to rub it too much and scratch it, but the paint under here looks good. It really does. You know, the whole car looks pretty darn good. So we're gonna go ahead and just hit it with a hose, give it a bath, and see what we got. I never like to really work on a dirty car, because you lean up against this thing, you got dust and dirt all over. So we're gonna just wash it off and get it clean. And then once we get it clean, we'll put the battery in it, a little fresh fuel, and just kind of see what we've got. Okay, kind of the first step of coming back to life is we're gonna go ahead and just hit it with the hose and just get this dirt off of here. You know, it's just kind of crazy how much dirt is on this thing. But it seems to be coming right off easily. And I don't know what's all over this car. It's like a combination of spider webs and maybe dog hair or something, but it's everywhere and stuck to everything. So we're going to get everything off we can with the hose, and then we're going to go over it with some good soap and foam and a car wash brush. All right, we got us a big bucket of soapy water right here from the Turtle Wax High Shine. Probably a lot better products you can use, but that's the only thing I had in the garage at the moment. And I'll show you what I like to use to wash a car. And I've been using this for years. You may have a better method, but I use one of these, it's a brush. And all you do is just wipe this thing down. It's a car washing brush, and this thing absolutely works great for me. If you got a better suggestion or something you use, hey, share it in the comments. We'd love to see what it is that you like to use. All right, I've been really hustling here today. Got the C5 all washed up and wiped down, and have a look. This thing absolutely looks spectacular. Looks spectacular. The only little bit of damage that I can see is up here in the front. The front bumper is really, it's just got your general road rash on it. But other than that, I mean, without any buffing or compounding or anything like that, this tire is definitely sitting on the ground. So we're gonna have to get some air in that. And but the car came out just looking great. So what we're going to do is I've just got my insurance card emailed to me, so I'm going to run to the DMV before they close this afternoon and see if we can get some kind of a tag for this car. So if we get it running, we can drive it this weekend. So anyway, I will be back in touch with you. We're going to push this thing in the garage and just let it rest until we get a tag on it. We'll get our battery in, some fresh fuel, air in the tires, and that sort of thing, and we're going to give it a start. So be right back. All right, we've got our fuel in, we've got our battery in, we've got some air in the tire. We've got the key right here. We're going to go ahead and just turn the key and give this thing a start and see what happens. As we're here, we turn it on. Everything comes up, and let's give her a shot. Whoop. Started for a second there. Let's try it again. Huh. Well, I can hear it trying. I think what we're going to do is maybe cycle the fuel pump a couple of times with the key and see what happens when we can build some fuel pressure. I'm not quite sure, but it's just running for a second and then it's kind of cutting off. So let's do that. And I can hear the fuel pump coming on. It comes on for a second. Hear it again. Maybe you can hear that fuel pump. I think we'll cycle that fuel pump again. Come on, baby. Problem is it will not stay running. I think I'm going to cycle that fuel pump a couple more times. I think if I give some throttle, it seems to respond a little bit better. There must be something just not quite up to par, because it does not want to stay running. So let me do that a couple more times, and we'll try it again. All right, we're going to go through the runs and shuts off. Fuel pump runs and shuts off like it should. Let's just keep the fuel pump running, and maybe there must be maybe air in the fuel system or something. I don't know, but let's try it one more time. Well, there she goes. Everything's running. Let's check our exhaust back here. She sounds pretty good. The C5 is running. And there it is. All right, so the C5 is running. I call that a good day's worth of work. A little tough starting it, a little rough on the idle, but it seems to have cleared up. We're going to let it get up to temperature, and we're going to have a part 2 where we take the C5 after we get it all checked out, some fluids changed, and make sure it's safe and roadworthy. Part 2 where we get this car on the road and see what it'll do. So if you like classic cars, boats, trucks, airplanes, Craigslist finds, barn finds, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. Give it a thumbs up and hit your notification bell so you know when part 2 comes out of the C5 Corvette Craigslist find. Take care. Have a great day.